Okay everybody, Michael here and welcome to another episode of U-Boat, continuing on with our U48 career just after sinking the Empire Bermuda from episode number 1. It is currently September 6th, 1939, 9:12 a.m. We are continuing along. We take a look at our map. We are currently heading northwest through the North Sea in our patrol area, but I think what we're going to end up doing is kind of swing along diagonally here and set our speed slower, just so we don't kind of go past any contacts that we could potentially come across. And another thing, if you notice, the user interface, the UI, is bigger. That came off of a suggestion on a comment of one of the other episodes saying, you know, scale up the UI a little bit, and I didn't even think about that when it came to everybody else watching, because I'm playing on a 32-inch curved monitor. So to me, when the UI was scaled down, it looked pretty good. But to everybody else, I kind of didn't realize watching on a smaller device like a phone, a tablet, or even on their TV. And then after I tested it out on my own TV, I looked and I was like, yeah, you can't read any of that at all. So my apologies everybody for that. We did go ahead and get that fixed. So let's continue on with our patrol here. And when I have an update for you, you know the drill. I'll be back with you. Okay, we have a sound contact, everybody. It's a single lone ship. I wonder exactly what we are going to be looking at here. Let's set a course for interception up here. They're only about probably 55 kilometers away from us, so let's surface the vessel. Let's get a little bit of speed so we can set an interception course, and as soon as I know whether or not we can intercept and attack, I'll let you know. Okay, we were able to intercept that target, however, it did change its course heading to the northeast, so we did have to make a slight adjustment. However, we did end up catching up with no problem. We are currently at periscope depth. Let's go see what we're looking at here. Oh, it's going to be off to our right. What do we see? Where is it? Am I blind? Yeah, the ship is off to our right. What in the world? Oh, there it is. How did we miss that the first time? Okay, can't really make out what it is as far as where the vessel is from, but we can gather the ship from here. Let's see, that's looking like it is not a fishing boat. Definitely an Empire tower. You can see it's got that little round circle in the back. It's got the two shafts in the back as well, so let's recognize that. And to be cheap, we can head over here and zoom on in and see where this vessel is from. And it is a neutral vessel. So nothing we can do with it, everybody. Sorry to tease you, but we're going to continue on. You know what that means. We're just going to keep heading on. Oh, we have another sound contact actually up here. Look at that. Didn't even realize that. Okay. Where are they headed? Kind of, again, looks like to the northeast. We might be able to cut them off. Let's see if we can make that happen, everybody. Let's surface the vessel, give us a lot of speed, and if we can cut this vessel off, I will let you guys know. Okay, everybody, we are closing in on a vessel here, and it was not the vessel that we originally intended to go after. Here's that neutral ship that we just came across. To our north is that other propeller noise that we heard just after discovering the neutral ship. And then while making our way on the surface to investigate the ship to our north, we spotted this one here coming towards us, funnel smoke. So good job on the lookouts. Congratulations, men, on that. And good news is it is a British vessel, so we're going to go ahead and commence the attack here. So let's get a look at our periscope here and find out exactly what we're looking at. Let's adjust our view here. What is this ship going to be? Again, that looks like that is a tower. It's got those big stacks off the end. Yep, definitely what it is. We're going to recognize that. 2,666 gross registered tons, so it is on the smaller side. Let's get our speed calculated here. Seven knots. Okay, as usual, always 7 knots, right? Let's get the angle on the bow now. Let's get our protractor out. Mark ourselves here. Angle on the bow about 36 degrees, and they have to look off to their left to see us. So about 36 degrees right there will do. Make sure that they follow that. And then our distance on that was 3,200 meters. Let's get inside here and set that. So about 3,200 meters, lovely. So we're going to let that vessel get a little bit closer. Currently moving at 3 knots ourselves, just to make sure that we can get nice and close. I think we can stop now. Let's get our distance again. Well, before we do that, let's get a tube flooded. Actually, you know what? Oops. We need to set that to use the information from the TDC. Let's get our distance again. (1,109 meters). So we're just going to go 1,100. Alright, I'm hoping that this will be successful, everybody. We just gotta wait for the ship to come across our bow, and then we'll be able to fire. So let's use some more time compression here. Alright, it looks like that this is going to have to make one more swoop around before we can take a shot. Or at least one or two. Yeah, so it looks like it's going to be about one more time this is going to have to swoop around, and then we'll be top dead center to fire. Let's bring this up here. Alright, hopefully we have success, everybody. And after we pick this one off, we still might be able to go get that other one to our north. Go see what that's about. And... fire. How are we gonna do here? I think we are going to have a successful hit. Oh, yes we are. Some serious damage there. She's probably going to go down with just one hit. As I mentioned, you can see fire breaking out there like absolute crazy. Let's go ahead and get her HP. Oh yeah, she is on fire. Let's go ahead and position ourselves just in case we need to hit her again, and I'm not thinking so. Yeah, she's gonna go down. Alright, let's surface the vessel and go pick up the officers from the lifeboats. And down she goes. Awesome. Let's get our radio officer on the radio so he can let BDU know that we spotted and sank that ship, the Empire Archer. Stop the boat. Let's get nice and close. There they are. Herbert Adams and Frank Young. You're coming with us, my friends, to give us some more reputation points. Now, this other ship up here to our north, let's head out there right away. And we're going to have to get some speed behind us to make up for the time spent chasing this vessel here. And as soon as I know that we can head off this other ship to our north, I'll be back. Okay, we were able to reach that other ship to the north, everybody, but unfortunately it is a neutral vessel. However, that doesn't mean that we still can't do something about it. We're actually going to surface the ship, and we are going to go investigate. We're going to send a delegation to that freighter and see if we can find anything. So let's get nice and close to her here. Let's stop our boat, wait for her to come across the bow, and then we should be able to send a delegation. Get a little bit closer. Click to interact. This freighter is unarmed, seems not to be escorted, and flies a neutral flag. The prize rules allow us to sink such ships only if we are certain they are headed towards the enemy port. If we lack such certainty, ideally, we should investigate what it's carrying and verify its destination by performing an inspection. If we would, however, have reasons to feel certain that the ship is headed to an enemy port, we may communicate right away that we intend to sink and proceed with the attack. Okay, let's send a delegation out. However, our linguist skill right here, the skipper, he's tired, so he can't go. So we're going to send Kurt Hoffman and some ranks with him, and we'll send... Why can we not... Oh, we can't... Oh, there needs to be one officer on board. Okay, well, looks like we're only sending 3 people over there. And, we'll put a helmet on Kurt just in case something goes wrong. Skip ahead here.
What do you need, officer?
Captain of this freighter helps your crew to get to the deck, and he greets each member of your delegation with Willkommen. He introduces himself as William Adams. He speaks English and knows only the basics of German speech. Sadly, this turns out to be quite problematic, but nevertheless, both parties manage to make a somewhat basic conversation. After exchanging pleasantries, he invites you to a private room in the deck house. Okay, let's accept that. Your officers sit with the captain of the ship's galley. After a short small talk, captain asks them to state what do they need. Well, we're going to search the cargo hold first. Performance is slow, so we're going to boost this forward here 140 times, and then I am going to speed up the video really quickly right now. Okay. An officer from your group looked around the freighter accompanied by a talkative sailor who speaks some German. He shared his view of the war and told about his uncle that married a woman for Hamburg. Regarding the search, nothing suspicious was found. Officer looked at some of the cargo, but haven't found anything unusual. Okay. Well, let's view the transported goods, and it's medical supplies, so it's not going to be anything that we're going to sink the ship on. Let's go back to his office and let's ask him for the shipping documents just to be safe. You asked the captain for the documents that state where the cargo is headed and what is loaded. He was ready for that since he has these documents already prepared and hands them right away to you. He is looking a bit nervous when you carefully analyze the document contents. You can't decipher much from these documents, though, since they are written in English. You only manage to spot some references about the port of Bergen, so it's probably where the ship is headed. If your interpretation is correct, the ship is not involved in a war effort, and sinking it could lead to a diplomatic incident of some degree. Well, nothing else we can do about it because we don't have the linguist trait, so we're just going to accept that, and we are going to return to our ship. No big deal, everybody, that's going to happen, but we're going to start investigating these neutral vessels more and more as we get later on in the war. Just let the BDU know that we inspected the MV Goya. And let's continue on our way here. Coming across a lot of vessels from Norway out here, that obviously makes sense. Norway's right over here, and that's where Bergen is, so it's to be expected. So let's keep going, everybody. We're going to head back south, and like I said, the normal drill. As soon as we have something, I'll come back to you. Alright, our watch officer spotted another ship from the conning tower, everybody. Perfect. Let's see exactly what we are looking at here. We just got down to periscope depth. Let's get right up here. They are going to be to our right. Let's see what we have. And that is a British vessel. Lovely. We can commence attacking. That looks like a... Let's see what we're looking at here. Looks like an Empire Bell to me. Yep, that's exactly what that is. So another small ship, not very much firepower going to be needed for this one. So let's grab its speed right here quickly. Seven knots, as usual. Lovely. Let's get her angle on bow. Get our protractor tool, zoom in here to our boat. Come over here to the ship. And angle on bow is about 39 degrees. Set that to follow. And its distance, based on that, is about 3,300 meters. So we will set that as well. There we go, that should do. We will redo that as the ship gets closer. So let's use some time compression here. We are still moving ourselves. Just want to make sure that we get close enough to guarantee a solid hit on the target. Ideally, you want to be about 1,500 feet away when you go to fire, but I like to get a little bit closer than that. I like to be at about 1,000, maybe 900. So I think about right here will do for that. Now let's grab the angle on bow one more time, just to make sure that it's tracking properly, and we can get the distance again. Angle on bow about 46, and the distance 1218. Set about 46, and 1,200 meters on the distance. Okay, and that ship has to look off to its left to see us, so we have this going the wrong way, like we did last time. Oh, I can't believe we keep doing that. Okay. You know what? Just because we did that, I'm going to get the angle on bow one more time. $50 degrees. Only off by just a hair. Okay, awesome. Let's get our torpedo filled here. Get that turned on to accept the data from the TDC. We're going to do a little bit of time compression here. Alright, let's head back here. And we're going to be good to fire right about now.
Los!
Oh yeah. Let's change course slightly here. Put the boat under power just in case that's not going to be enough to get her to go down. We will zoom ahead here, and yeah, it looks like she is going to end up sinking. So we will surface our boat and go check out her crew. Okay, the Empire Zephyr has been sank, everybody. Let's get our skipper on the radio, seeming as our radio operator went to bed already. Never mind, he can't go on the radio. Neither can our other leader. So, who can go on the radio? Okay, our mechanic can. While he's getting to the radio, let's interact with our lifeboats here and see who we have. We have some officers here. We are going to take them. There shouldn't be any more. We are going to clear off our area here, make it nice and clean for us, and we will continue along. Here we go, send that radio message to BDU, letting them know that we sank the Empire Zephyr. Perfect, another ship down and gone, everybody. Still plenty of torpedoes left, so let's keep going and try to pick up another sink. Okay, we have a sound contact here. It is now the next day, 10:11 a.m., September the 9th. We've been at sea 7 days and 21 hours. We have a sound contact. It is very, very poor condition to see them, so what we are going to do is we're just going to keep tracking them and wait for the weather to get better, and if we can keep up with them and get better weather for us to take a look and see what we're dealing with here, we will continue with the attack. Okay, conditions have improved and we are about to get right in line with this ship here to commence with an attack, given it is not a neutral vessel. Let's hope it's not a neutral vessel, so let's let it come across us just a little bit more. Let us get plain sight. There you go. We should have clear sight now. Let's get up to our... Why is this guy always looking up in the sky? Every time I come to the hydrophone, this dude's got it pointing to the moon. Okay, let's see. And that is a British vessel. Alright. Awesome. Let's see what it is we are possibly going to be dealing with here. That's not a bell, but that does, however, look like a... Oops. Does look like an Explorer, no? I might be wrong, but to me, that's an Empire Explorer. It's got the mast in the middle, got the two, the one in the towards the bow and one towards the stern. Yeah, I'm thinking that that is a Explorer, so we will recognize that. Let's get a speed reading from here. Seven knots. Okay, let's get its distance as well and the angle on bow. Angle on bow, 38 degrees to the left. And the distance was about 4,000, but we'll just go with 3,900. So that should be fine right about there. Okay. We are going to come back to our map, use some time compression, allow us to get a little bit closer, and allow them to get a little bit closer. You know what? I think we're going to have to speed up a little bit ourselves. Now that we've done that, let's get a angle on bow read one more time, just to make sure that our TDC has been following the ship properly. 37. A little bit off. On this thing. There we go. 37, and its distance again. We're looking at 1,607, so we're going to go just 1,600 even. There we go, that should do it. And I think we might have to end up putting 2 torpedoes into her. So we are going to come back here, get these loaded, do a little bit of time compression, let the boat get in a more optimal position. This just has to make one more swoop around or so. Wait for top dead center, and then we will fire. Yep, one more. And let's fire.
Los!
Ooh, are we about to have a miss? Oh no, it's barely gonna catch it. Thank goodness. Oh yeah, she's definitely gonna go down, I think. Yep. You can see the HP draining all the way there. Their lifeboats should be starting to come out any second. Let's set a course to go pick up the officers, the final room that we have for officers on our boat. So yeah, she's about to go down any second. Confirmation of sinking. Yep. Autosave. Sorry. Oh, look at that. She's breaking apart too. Wow. Alright. Okay, well, let's go pick up our officers here for those rep points. And I think that's probably going to end up doing it for the episode. I think we will end on a good note there. Let's get our radio operator to the radio. And let's see. And let's take our 2 officers here. Alright, I think, like I said, that is going to end up doing it, everyone. I really appreciate everybody who's been watching this series. I know this isn't exactly everyone's forte when it comes to a game or a series or anything like that, but I really enjoy it, so I figured, you know, I will spread it around to everybody. Thank you so much again. If you are enjoying this series, please remember to go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me. I would greatly appreciate that. I will be putting a new episode of this out about weekly. Make sure to take a look into my Microsoft Flight Simulator live streams as well, and posting of those videos also. Thank you so much, everybody. Michael signing out here. Take care, everybody.